horses from the stable.
Trot as fast as we are able.
Through the forest with the notion that we'll ride up to the ocean,
Where we'll take our final whiff.
as we all gallop up a cliff, and as we plunge into the sea,
We'll channel Thelma and Louise, and surely everyone will see that we'll die ever happily, knowing that we'll finally be free. We finally are free.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Zerlak, and I am the playwright for True Confessions. Having been born and raised in the Catholic Church, I have a lot of experience with confession, especially with making them. Confession is often a pretty serious subject, so with my play, I decided to take a more lighthearted approach. I would like to thank Nicely Theatre for including True Confessions in their one-act lineup. I hope you enjoy it.
Dinner is solved. Smells good. My compliments to Chef McDonald.
Indeed, never this happened. What are you doing?
Working on a script.
Scripts. Since when are you a writer?
Since prison. I took a creative writing class my last year. I thought I told you that.
Must have been your last roommate. And so how far have you got?
A working title, which isn't working.
What are you writing about?
That's a problem. I need a plot, and I can't think of one.
Oh, come on, man. You were locked up for 6 years. You must have heard a lot of wild stories. What were the other guys in class writing about?
What do you think? Murder, drugs, extortion, depravity, the usual day-to-day stuff.
Sounds like you got enough stories to choose from.
No, crime feels overdone when you hear about it 24/7.
Maybe so. Plus, those other guys were in prison because they screwed up. Who wants to read about that? Oh, sorry. No offense.
None taken. 6 years in prison for something that they just made legal is pretty screwed up.
Yep, you were in the wrong year at the wrong time, like a million other schmucks.
But it's almost over now. My life was a bad movie, and I'm getting ready to leave the theater. Except for Linda. You haven't met her yet, my new parole officer.
No, but I saw her leave last week. She's hot.
She's a fucking Nazi.
Ooh, she's a little young for that description, don't you think?
Well, she had Nazis in her family. Trust me, those lessons were passed down. She's hot all right, but she's a total hard ass.
Well, you don't have too much longer. Just keep cool for a few more weeks. Nose to the ground or grindstone, whatever. Just make sure it stays brown.
Yeah, with her shit. Anyway, back to my script. Get this. I hear there's 7 basic plots.
Oh yeah, what are they?
Well, first you got your overcoming a monster.
Ah, you mean like Godzilla or my ex-girlfriend? Yeah, I can see that.
Then you got rags to riches, a voyage, a quest, and a return, comedy, tragedy, and a rebirth.
Wow, pretty good summary. So pick one, Shakespeare.
Yeah, right. Like it's that easy. I feel like there must be an 8th plot. I just need to figure it out.
You know where I would start? The 10 Commandments.
What? Why?
Well, think about it. You got 10 commandments and 7 basic story plots. Now, the commandments cover everything, right? So, the 7 story plots go in the 10 commandments, which leaves 3 story plots left over.
You might have something here. Do you remember the commandments?
course not. You think I'm some kind of holy roller?
No, that would be my grandma Shirley. She's the ultimate holy roller. My folks were never really into religion like that. They took us to church a couple of Christmases, but that's it. Grandma Shirley, though, Catholic up the yin yang. I call her Grandma Moses.
Maybe they should have called her Holy Moses.
Got a Bible around here?
Yeah, right next to my pile of rosaries. No, I don't have a Bible. Go try that motel down the street. Should be in one of the drawers.
Yeah, right. That's the last thing I need. Get caught stealing. Linda had me strung up by the balls.
When in doubt, ask the machine.
Bible.
Okay, I got it. Oh, here's a good one. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
That sounds like the quest plot. Hitting on someone's old lady.
Oh, there's something sexy about the word covet, don't you think?
You could get a hard on over a commandment. What else?
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Okay, covet doesn't sound sexy with that one.
That sounds like the rags to riches plot. You covet someone's goods, you steal them, then you're rich.
Then you have don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Okay, definitely the comedy plot. Who goes through life without swearing? It's like drinking water.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Okay, so now we got a problem. Isn't that like hitting on somebody's wife? Maybe this isn't working as well as we thought.
No, it was just an idea.
No, I still think you're on to something. Maybe I can get inspiration at church.
Maybe you could look at some statues.
No, Grandma Moses wants me to take her to church this Saturday. She wants to light a candle for my grandfather. She's hoping I get redemption. Maybe instead, I get inspiration. I think I'm gonna take her up on it. Jeez, these kneelers are hard. You mind if I sit?
Of course they're hard. You're supposed to be suffering. That's what the Catholic Church is all about. Guilt and suffering. These knobby knees can't take much more either. Whew.
That's better. What's that box over there that lady went into?
It's a confessional. It's where you go to confess your sins, something you ought to be doing. See how she closed the door and the little light went on? That's how you know someone's inside. The priest sits in the middle and he listens. He hears her, but he can't see her.
So what does the priest do?
He listens. And then he forgives your sins and gives you a penance.
No kidding. It's that easy. So like, what if I walked in there and I told him I killed 2 guys? What would he tell me to do?
Probably the usual. 3 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys.
That's it? For killing 2 guys?
The priest here is really old. He never comes up with anything original.
So what if I told him I killed 1 guy?
He'd tell you, go out, kill another one, and then do 3 Our Fathers and 3 Hail Marys.
Holy shit!
Okay, for that, he'd give you a whole rosary. There's no swearing in the house of the Lord.
No, Linda's here. My parole officer, she's lighting a candle.
Oh, I see her. We met once at your apartment, remember? She's pretty. Looks to be about your age. You could do with a nice Catholic girl.
We have to leave soon. It's 3:30. My curfew's at 4. If she tethers my location and I'm not there, I'm dead in the water.
Actually, it's 4:30. Your watch is slow. No wonder you were late picking me up.
Jesus Christ.
Watch it. Another rosary.
She can't know that I'm here. She could send me back to prison for violating parole. I have to hide, quick.
Just lie down on the bench.
I can't do that. What if she sees you and comes over to say hi? Okay, I got a spot. I'm gonna hide in one of those confessionals until she leaves. Doesn't look like anybody's using it.
It's because this parish only has 1 priest.
I'm gonna make a run for it. Don't leave without me.
Just don't go in the middle.
Hi, Miss Watts. I didn't know this was your church. We met a while ago at Gary's apartment, remember?
Nice to see you again, Linda. Yeah, I don't come here as often as I'd like. I don't drive much anymore.
Oh. Look, the light's on. There must be a second priest here in confessionals today. And no one's in line. Maybe I'll go make mine.
No, you don't want to do that.
Why not?
I hear that one's not good. He's a visiting priest from one of them backwards countries. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I'm sure he's fine. After all, a priest is a priest.
That's just it. I heard this one is an Episcopalian.
Really? We can use their priest?
Well, we don't want to, but the priest shortage is so bad we've had to scavenge from the Protestants. It's a real shame.
Wow. I didn't know priests were so interchangeable like that. Who knows? I'll try him out. He might have a unique take on things.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Oh, and afterwards, I'll pay your grandson a visit. He should be home now since it's after curfew. I like to keep him on his toes.
He'll make it home, all right. I mean, he is home right now. You know, my grandson is a fine, upstanding young man for a criminal.
Yes, aren't they all? Well, it was nice seeing you again. Excuse me. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. My last confession was 4 weeks ago.
Are you talking to me?
Of course I'm talking to you, Father. Are you all right?
Yes, of course. I was just... Really? You just did this 4 weeks ago? You must be a very bad girl.
Have we met, Father? Your voice sounds familiar.
No, of course. I was just thinking. Shit, I mean, my goodness, 4 weeks ago, you must not have that much to confess to me.
Well, that's the thing, Father. Something has come up that I feel guilty about.
A fantasy? Was it sexual?
No, Father, not a fantasy.
Damn. I mean, Dawn, I mean, please, go on, my child.
Well, I'm in law enforcement, and I've been assigned to a parolee that I think, I know I have a crush on.
Really? Well, there is nothing wrong with a harmless crush. Plus, you probably won't be seeing him that much longer, right?
Well, that's the thing. I find myself thinking about how
he would look naked.
God, no.
What do you mean? You don't think he is hot?
Not particularly.
Well, do you think he is smart?
Come on, Father. He was in prison. What does that tell you other than I've set my bar pretty low?
For God's sakes, woman, give me something to work with here. I mean, please, go on.
But he seems thoughtful and kind of funny. That is when I'm not making him nervous.
You can make a cup of coffee nervous.
Excuse me, Father? Are you okay?
Sorry. I think the communion wine was a bit too strong this morning. I need to tell them to switch back to the old brand.
Anyway, I find myself thinking about how I can extend his parole without him knowing.
What? That is horrible. Slimy, two-timing, devious.
I know, but just for a few more weeks. Okay, so he's a bit of a doofus. Got caught selling pot, but I think he has potential, and I like to get to know him better. I'll be doing it for love, Father. Is that so bad?
No. Yes, it is a sin to even think about it. You need to start your peanuts right now.
But you haven't even given me one.
For God's sakes, what do you think? 3 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, but you need to start right here, right now, because of the gravity of this sin.
But why? I haven't even committed the sin yet. I'm still mulling over it.
There's no time for logic.
Well, Mrs. Watts did say you do things differently. She even told me you were an Episcopalian.
Really? I am. Never mind. I need to go to the bathroom. But you need to start your prayers now.
Yes, Father. Our Father, who art in heaven.
Come on, Grandma, we gotta get out of here.
You're just gonna leave her in there?
I got about 3.5 prayers head start. Let's go.
Well, that's weird. He doesn't seem like he's coming back. Who knew even a priest can be a flight risk?
We made it.
Oh, and none too soon. Oh, that is some story. You know, that young lady is hot on your trail. And I think she wants to give you a little tail.
Okay, Grandma, you gotta get out of here. Oh, God, she's here. She must have cheated on that last Hail Mary. I know I should have made her do another rosary.
Where can I hide? You don't have much furniture here. It's not like there's a confessional for me to jump into.
Quick, hide in the closet.
Anyone home?
Linda, what a surprise. This isn't your usual day.
I know, but unannounced visits are allowed. I just want to make sure you're home.
Of course I'm home. Where else would I be after 4? So what's new?
What's new with me is none of your business. What's new with you? You staying out of trouble?
Of course, just like I have for the last 2 years.
Your 2 years aren't up yet.
No, but almost.
Anything could happen.
But it won't unless you make it.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing.
You seem nervous.
Well, I'm not.
You are. Something I should know. Are you hanging out with fellow felons?
I don't have time to do anything with all the meetings you make me go to.
Or maybe you're hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything.
Mind if I look around?
You can't do that. You need my permission first. I can't refuse.
Yes, you can, and I can get a warrant really fast, but you don't want to do that, do you? Because even if there's nothing here, still it's bad on your record. Might just justify another parole extension.
You can't go in there.
Why not? Is this where you keep your stash?
I know you're hot for me.
What? Are you high? Why would you even say that?
You know how rumors go around.
What rumors? Were you at the church at the curfew? Oh my God. Was that you in the confessional?
Of
I'm
course
gone.
that wasn't him in the confessional. Does my grandson look like priest material to you? He knows because I overheard you and came here to warn him.
You were listening in on my confession?
No. But let's face it, you're a pretty girl, but when you get excited, you got a voice like a foghorn. I think they heard you in the Lutheran church across the street.
And you think I was talking about Gary?
Of course you were talking about Gary. You called him a doofus. We both know my grandson is a doofus.
Do you know how many doofuses I deal with every day? Enough to fill a classroom.
But you mentioned the pot seller.
Yes, a crime more common than jaywalking. I can't believe you thought I was talking about you.
Well, I don't know what to think. I was gonna leave and say to let you two lovebirds work it out, but I think I'm just going to leave.
Yes, I think you said enough for today and heard enough. And for the record, your grandson is not a lovebird. He's a jailbird. Oh, my God.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
And I'm sorry your grandmother has ears like Dumbo.
But I must confess, I am a little disappointed.
Oh, yeah? Why? Because I didn't spill the beans and give a name?
No, because it wasn't me you were talking about. I was starting to like the idea. We'd be like George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez in that movie Out of Sight, remember?
Seriously? You're comparing yourself to George Clooney.
I know. Crazy, huh? It's just that you're so no nonsense, so intense. Probably more like that Major Houlihan lady in MASH.
That's not a compliment.
Oh, but it is. I've definitely downgraded you from Hitler.
You're not helping me.
Helping you with what?
Helping me admit that it was you that I was confessing to, that weird priest.
It was? I'm so glad So you're turned on by the fact that your potential new boyfriend was in prison?
No. I'll be turned on if my potential new boyfriend graduated from Harvard. But I'm being realistic with my life choices here.
So the fact that I was in jail doesn't upset you?
But smoking pot, even I've tried it. Look, it's not about who did it. It's about who got caught.
I'd take you out for coffee if it wasn't past curfew, but I can make you one here.
I could use one with a shot of Bailey's.
No alcohol allowed in my house while I'm on parole.
I know, I'm testing you. I'm still your parole officer, you know, for a few more weeks.
Trust me, I know. And I will behave now that you motivated me.
But I need to leave. There's another guy I'm springing a surprise visit on. My day is not complete unless I give one person a major heart attack.
I'll walk you to your car.
What's this?
That's one of my scripts, one of my many non-talents.
Interesting plotline.
There's 7 of them. But you know, I was just thinking about you and me.
What about us?
Well, we got Confession, my voyage in and out of prison, rebirth after parole, religion, some comedy, little tragedy, and throw in some coveting, and we haven't even got to your car yet. Maybe there's room for a little romance all in one afternoon.
And you still have the end of the day to come up against a monster.
Maybe this mishmash, this might be the 8th plot.